What's your favorite Cody Rhodes title reign? Is it this one?
This one.
It's always the next one for me.
It's
The one
always
he hasn't had yet.
Anytime he has it, I'm happy. Things are as they should be.
You don't care how he gets it as long as he has it.
He earned it. He won it.
He finished his story.
How did he earn
Story
his
continues.
championship match, though?
Rematch.
Why did he get the rematch?
Drew
Drew kept
interfered in all of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole life.
In all of his life?
In his whole life.
Yeah.
He should have gone on his podcast and kicked him too.
That would have been so smart for them to do.
Yeah.
How'd they not do that?
Just comes in and claymores him out of nowhere.
Yeah,
so funny.
And he just spends the rest of they keep recording, but he's just dead for the rest of the podcast.
Drew takes over the interview and finishes it.
Hey, Brandy.
He interviews with an unconscious Cody
Unconscious
and
Cody would be
asks
perfect.
himself questions.
He could probably do that. He would be able to get that over.
Yeah. Speaking about getting over, let's get over here.
All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 4 Jobbers podcast. We're only 3 jobbers this week because Jordan is jobbing. I don't know what he's doing, but he didn't have time for this podcast. Was he down in Wales recently? He's looking for
I don't
dragons.
know where he is.
He's
Watching
probably
rugby,
in a pub.
drinking beers. Yeah,
He's definitely in a pub.
He's in a pub.
He's in a pub. But we got 3 fantastic jobbers. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
In spirit. 3 fantastic jobbers this week. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw and everything else in the wrestling world this week. We are the 4 jobbers. They hate Jason. They love Jason. And, of course, the Waxy, the Venomous, the son of the dentist. I am freshly back from a wrestling show. Jason, you were at MEW as well. What did you think of MEW? We'll start off with some indie local stuff here in Montreal this week.
I thought it was a very great, entertaining, well-done show. Very professional, except for the ring announcer that night. For some reason, they had some amateur that's clearly never done it. He
Was he
kind of
worse
took
than the guy
away.
that last time, though?
He was like 2 times worse than the guy last time, and the guy last
That's
time was 2 times worse
crazy.
than the worst. So this guy is 4 times worse than the worst, and 3 times 6 is how much better he needs to be.
3 times 6.
Math.
But no, it's always a very well done. I feel like Nick Patterson and me are in sync about how wrestling should be and how it should be promoted, and we love the classic nature of it, and he's bringing that back to life, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the show and everyone involved. Very good job. I would say my favorite match was the hardcore match where they went all around the venue and slammed their faces into the table of some women ahead of us, and their drinks went flying. And it was, it's beautiful when everyone gets involved.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. PCO. You weren't sure of who he was at the time, but
I didn't know who PCO was
disrespect.
as
Crazy
PCO. But the
I know,
minute you
that's
told me
why.
who he really was, I knew everything.
You knew more about him than I did as soon as I told
Yeah.
you what it actually was.
But I'm interested to see what you feel about it because you were part of the show.
My God, one of the greatest experiences of my life for sure. Had to show up pretty early, and obviously I'm fucking nervous, right? Obviously, the whole week I had like dental work and all these other things going on, so it's like one nervous thing at a time. Then I'll worry about the next thing. Luckily, I was able to get the cue cards from Nick in advance. Like he sent me some stuff, so I was able to print it out, at least go over it in my head what it would sound like, because I didn't want to practice it too much and bust my voice and then go there and not have any fucking voice. So I was very conscious of that. But I get there, get to just walk in and into the venue, and they're setting up the ring. They're like, holy crap, they're setting up the ring. And I guess I have to walk by them, go into the back. There's Nick, and he takes me over to this little like desk area in the, like you're looking at the stage off to the right is where it would be, and this is Gorilla. And I was like, holy shit! And you see all the matches lined out, who's up, and like the segments in between them, and how Nick has it all planned out. And then there's like a special one somewhere that talks about who potentially they think might go over.
This guy works one day in the business and he's breaking kayfabe already.
Oh my goodness!
Already.
All the
my
secrets.
Everything.
It's just a cool backstage
Yeah, of course.
experience. And then like above the paper we had, there's like other people have left papers in there. There's like ABBA and stuff like that. So I don't know if that was like their set list or whatever was in there. So I don't know who's crossed through that dressing room that my dirty ass got to walk into and change in. But yeah, it was just so sick to be backstage and listening to wrestlers like meet each other for the first time and plan their match and talk about these things. And like I was telling Jay, I'm listening to them talk about their match and plan it out and the spots they have to nail and stuff like that. And I'm like, Brad, all you got to do is go out there and say their names. Well, respect to the wrestlers because they're putting in so much work, and like how nervous I was. And I was like, look what these guys are doing. So that was really cool to see. And there's a potential that I come back. Nick talked to me. He said, would you do it again? And I was like, oh, of course. Are you crazy? I would love to do it again. They're also very, very nice to compass some tickets as well for our guests, but we would love to get more people out there.
That's why we're saying all these nice things.
Yeah, just for the free tickets. I mean, it's worth it, for the free tickets. It's a great show. It's so professional, and that's what brought PCO over to them. That's why PCO chose to work with them. He loves the presentation. He loves how professional it is. Nothing against the others. It just vibes with what he wants to do right now. And like you say, Jay, listening to Nick talk about story and planning things, and he comes from the old school, right? He comes from that era of wrestling that we love so much. And I was like, man, if Jason was back here, he'd be ripping with Nick right now about ideas and doing stuff. Like, it was just so cool to hear. So maybe there's going to be that one day. We'll see. We can see if we can get the jobbers backstage.
The booker.
Get Jason on the booker stage.
So yeah, do you think you did well, in your opinion, being honest with yourself when you finished? You went home, you sat with yourself. How do you feel you did?
When I first went out there, I was a little conservative on purpose because, one, nervous, but two, I was not wanting to ruin my voice. I didn't have any idea how much announcing I would have to do, really, and how that would affect me. And it really didn't up until the end, and it was the last match, and Nick usually announces the main event, and he's like, Brad, you've done such a good job tonight. I want you to do it. Are you okay with that? I was like, yeah, for sure. He's like, I need you to go out there and give it. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, I'll fucking rip it. So that's when the first one I went out and I tried it a little bit, and I was like, all right, I could do this. Then El Chato, I really let it rip.
That's a really good one. That was, they're all good, but you got progressively better, which I guess is what you want. Obviously, you're leading up to the biggest match, and that El Chato fucking ripped. It was quite something.
Because I'm so glad that Nick gave me some advice before. One of the things that he told me was, it's weird, but people are going to yell at you. You're not going to think it because you're the ring announcer, right? You're not. But since I was conscious of it, I didn't really hear what anyone was saying. But there was definitely a lot of shit being yelled in general, but then necessarily at me. And I wasn't 100% sure what it was, but thank God I knew about it. So I was able to just tune it out like I would in a play or playing sports or something. I was just in the zone.
For sure.
But I definitely I noticed it and I was like, holy shit, yeah, they fucking. So that's why I was like, that last match, I have to take over no matter how loud they're being. Because I tried to pace it too, because you see that's what the greats do is if the crowd's going up, obviously you ride that and then go back in. And so this time I was like, no, I'm gonna go over them this time. It's El Chato time, and that's one of the matches that I figured was gonna be in this one. So I'd kind of practiced that one. You think about how you're gonna do it, and I was able to put my whole ass chest into it.
He's super over too. So your voice and him coming out with that big reaction, it was a perfect mix.
Now that I know I have a little bit more steam. Yeah, I'm going to make it more wrestling throughout the whole card. Every match is going to be the biggest match, except for the finale, of course. But, I want to give everybody that because the wrestlers come up afterward and they're like, oh, thank you. I really appreciate what you did tonight. Thank you so much. You did great. Everybody was so nice. Every single wrestler came up to me afterwards and thanked me and said I did a great job, which is, crazy. It's just they're really nice people. Every single person I met backstage was so nice. It was crazy. Beast King, FDM, you think this guy is it's Frankie the Mobster. You're like, oh, he's such a sweetheart, nicest guy.
Whoa, don't kill his gimmick here. What's going on?
In the ring, he's going to throw a snake at you and he's going to kill you, but afterwards he'll share a beer with you,
All right, well done. I'm sure you'll be back.
Hell yeah, we'll get the jobbers back in. So thank you to Main Event Wrestling for giving me and us that opportunity, and we'll definitely be back. Looking forward to it.
Take a bump next time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm healing up pretty well, so maybe if they want to put me through a table one day, I'm down. Or if we got to elevate this and take it to the next step and also do backstage interviews. I could be the interview guy too, if they want.
It's a good idea.
Promo stuff going on. I mean, look, I was telling them Derwin Jackson and stuff like that. I'm going to be having a one-on-one with him soon. This guy was so freaking good, so much talent. You can tell he just has something. Him and Nick Dos Santos, both from Toronto. They just have something. I really believe in those two guys big time. And I was looking up to him. I'm like, man, I'd be perfect for interviewing you guys. Look at me. I make you look so big.
Honestly, that is for sure. I've heard people before they make them go down when they're interviewing.
Sure. You don't. I can interview divas face to face or crouch a little bit.
Even for even at the WWE level, I remember the referee that the guideline is you're not supposed to look imposing. You're not supposed to look anything.
Anything to do you can enhance them. Everything is about enhancing the wrestlers, especially in that job. Everything you do is to enhance them. Well, naturally, I'm going to make you look big. So get me out there. And this is assigned to AEW, NXT, anybody. Get me while I'm cheap. Get me early.
we gotta think of a good nickname for you, like the Dapper Yapper. You know,
that's a good one.
And going off the dome.
Well, no, that's the one for Justin. What's his face?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know ring announcer.
That's Tyke.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Or the Fink.
Well, the Fink.
The Ginge.
Just be
Bling
the
in the Ring, who does IWS. It's the Velvet Voice of Violence.
Triple V.
It's a pretty good one. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll come naturally. We won't force it. We need some organic stuff. Puffing on that organic, sipping on that organic. Jason, you watched all of Monday Night Raw. Is there anything off the dome, off the top? Before I run through it, I'm going to go through it a little bit chronologically. Is there anything off the dome that you really want to talk about right away?
Only one thing I want to say. I know I've probably harped on people that do reaction videos before, but I didn't realize just how hard it is to sit down and watch an entire Raw live. Just that alone, even if you're faking your reactions, it's fine. Whatever you have to do to cope, I understand now. Like, honestly, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, you usually put, like a tape delay. If there's going to be swearing or something, you watch on tape delay so you can fast forward all the crap. Like, there's a lot of crap. But there was some good in this one.
A couple of matches, you fast forward to the end, maybe,
Usually, the start and the end, you always watch, and there's some gems in the middle, like the Judgment Day breaking up. That was the highlight of the entire show.
Never skip promos. You always have to watch every single promo. That's where the story happens. If you're fast-forwarding through a wrestling show, not you, maybe you want to do whatever, but in my opinion, you should never skip the promos. That's where the character is. And then going forward, you're missing out on little pieces of their story if you haven't watched those.
If there's stories.
And you definitely... Watching a pay-per-view, you can't skip the pre-match package, in my opinion.
No, that helps. It makes it more palatable. Yeah.
Wax, any opinions on that? Sorry, we're just rambling.
With regards
Jump
to
in anytime.
You see anything? I see anything on Raw?
No, just my bad.
I mean, more SmackDown, right? Because we have a new world champion.
Oh, yeah, sure. SmackDown.
We do have to talk. I feel like we got to start there because the internet's having a normal time about it, and I'm someone who. Was never the biggest mark for this person, but Cody Rhodes is once again our world champion. So it's going to be Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania. And just like with anybody who gets a few wins in a row, Cody Hogan is coming out. The allegations of boring are coming out. There's 100,000 dislikes on the clip on YouTube, apparently, of him winning.
A lot of them are bought, or there's
I'm
a
sure
lot of
a lot
allegations
of them are
buying. Guys have posted their receipts about buying dislikes.
Why would they
That's
do
how mad
that?
they
That
are.
doesn't make any sense, though. You don't buy them and tell people you bought them. I don't understand that.
That I don't get.
It looked like a private conversation, no?
I don't know. I don't know. It was a leak? I thought it was someone. Okay.
I mean, anyway,
I don't know.
I'm in two minds on this. Because on one hand, I agree on the fickleness of the crowd because not 2 years ago, Cody was cheered as a savior, beat Roman Reigns, finished his story. And I believe the reaction in the building when he won was still overwhelmingly positive, got a huge pop. On the other hand, there's something to be said about this assumption that the top babyface is like the default champion. It happened in the John Cena era, and it seems like no matter who wins the belt, it just eventually makes its way back to Cody. And I don't know how good that is storyline-wise. I would have liked to see Drew cook a little bit more, personally. I think he is doing the best work of his career. He's such an inspired heel, and he has notorious losses in the last couple of years where he doesn't look awful, but it makes you think, okay, at a certain point, he is going to win, and he's going to hold the belt for a while. He held it for 2 months, I think. So I don't know. I haven't decided how I feel about this 100% yet. It's kind of weird. Like, I know everyone wants to, in this day and age, everyone needs to have an instant reaction. But I don't have one this time around. I don't.
Well, I mean, you explained it pretty well how you feel.
Thank you.
That works.
Yeah, you do have an opinion. That's fine.
My initial reaction, I guess, is like, it's not the most exciting thing for me. I would have liked to see Drew carry it through to Mania. I think Drew Randy is a very interesting match.
You're a lot
Yeah.
more level-headed, I think, than most. And I think that's right at the end there. That's the problem with what we had before. Randy versus Drew is not that interesting. They were proving it. It was not interesting. Drew's run as champion. I love Drew. You know that. I've been high on Drew forever. Watched him on the Indies. Watched him come back. But most recent run wasn't the most interesting. Not his fault. He didn't have a lot of babyface to work with. It was only Cody. And that's why I don't think, is he done with this story? Is he not going to be involved in this match at WrestleMania whatsoever? He's just not going to have a match? He's got to have something. So are we going to go back to that triple threat, but this time the belt's on Cody? And
yeah, that's the other thing.
It must be for the media run, is the only thing I can think of, is for whatever reason, Drew's not moving the needle on, what is it, social media, tickets, something in the algorithm for them is not working. And now they're like, okay, we need to put the strap on Cody. But I really hope that Drew can find his way and worm his way back into this storyline.
Yeah, and what's
Even
Jacob doing? I thought it was going to be Cody Jacob blood feud at WrestleMania. Or yeah, throw them both in. That was kind of where I was leaning, and maybe that's why I also don't exactly know how to feel yet, because I think there's more to come.
Watching the show, the slightly biased towards Cody for myself, but watching SmackDown Live, I was blown away. It was so amazing to see a world title change on a weekly show. We don't see that very often.
That's cool.
And
I mean,
guess
Drew won it on SmackDown too.
It's true. It's happening more often, but it doesn't usually happen very often. It wasn't like we were all going into this thinking, okay, well, for sure Cody's going to win. I thought it was going to be schmoz.
Because
I thought 99% there's going to be schmoz. Yes, we can all say, oh, yeah, there's a good chance. Yeah. But no, I mean,
they spoiled it.
I didn't have him winning, personally.
No, really?
I thought there was going to be schmoz, exactly for that reason. I thought, not Drew, but maybe Jacob. I don't...
And there was.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. There still was.
And it still didn't, but it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go at all. I thought it was going to be schmoz and Drew walks away with it. We're just going to keep going with that. I didn't think it was going to switch just like that, but we got it. And, I mean, what do you think Drew needs to do to get involved in this? I mean, the last time we saw something hot with him as a heel was what? Because he had that meteoric rise as a heel. We've seen some great stuff, and then it fizzled. Not his fault.
Mean, the Hell in a Cell against CM Punk was still probably peak.
That was sick, yeah.
Of that, just the actual craftsmanship putting the match together.
Maybe he's too afraid to go at Randy personally. Randy's going to beat him up in real life.
It's possible.
Cody, you can go after personally, maybe.
I don't know. I think Drew just has to continue getting involved. I think as a babyface, Cody's the honorable, although he's got his little moments, right, where he isn't.
Everybody wants that turn, baby. They don't have to do it because everybody wants it so bad.
I don't think they need to turn him. I think they need to say, okay, Drew, you want to get involved so much. Here's an opportunity. I don't think you just throw him in there. I think, hey, you beat me on this random show, no schmoz, nobody gets involved, and you're in. Almost like a Daniel Bryan moment where he had to fight his way in to that main event. Different context. He had to do it at WrestleMania, but
he's not going to let these two just have their time in the ring. He's not going to let them have promos. He's not going to allow this to just happen while he sits idly by. He's going to get himself involved.
Yes, I think so. So we'll see. Jason, what do you think? What was your initial reaction to Cody winning? Was like, I know you said you saw it coming, but
initial reaction?
Well, yeah, initial and
versus
then
now.
later versus now. Yeah,
I didn't see it coming until people decided to post spoilers saying confirmed reports. He's gonna. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why people do this. I hate it. Like, you're not news reporters. You're spoilers. You're assholes. Shut the hell up.
Mute all those accounts right away.
So that I wasn't even looking for it. I didn't expect that.
That's what I'm saying.
Was just like
if
I was
coming.
I keep up with the news like on our Twitter or whatever, and then you see it.
Oh, that's bullshit.
So, my initial reaction was not surprised at all because it sounded like very plausible, and now we have spoilers.
Always plausible.
Yeah.
I
don't hate Cody like at all. I think he's a main event player. He can be interesting. Whoever took the title from Drew in this manner, I would have a problem with. And it's not even just because it's Drew. It's just you have these major events, Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, to determine one of the biggest prizes ever. The biggest is being a main event at WrestleMania. And he loses both of them. And then just gets this like thrown together match on SmackDown, right? Just here you go before Mania. We're just kidding. We were gonna go into Mania without you having the title. Here it is. You might as well just have Drew walk out and be like, "Here you are, Cody," and walk away. Like it's just like I don't know.
Crazy.
I didn't like that.
Obviously not.
I agree, but then that's a booking issue because Drew did legitimately interfere in both of those matches, and
It's a booking
directly.
issue. I don't blame Cody.
It's true.
I don't blame
yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
They put him in this situation. I think Cody could have incredible stories where I want him to win or I want him to lose, and I'm really invested. I just don't like whatever they're doing here. But that being said, with WWE, you can't expect anything and you can't expect everything. That's for damn sure. So,
Gotta expect Pesh.
even though I didn't like how they got there, I'm not saying I'm not gonna. Somewhat excited for Cody and Randy. I could get into that for sure. Hopefully, they make me really care about it, and you forget about the crap that it took to get there. And I don't know what Drew does. He's so tainted, in my opinion. He does incredible heel work. They give him the prize, and then they deflate him and take all his heat away, and then they take the prize away, like over and over again. So I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's great no matter what he does. And Cody versus one of them going to turn heel, or are they both going to be like sort of heel?
That
or
happens naturally, right? Like you're gonna have the Smarks going for Randy and the Cody haters. You're gonna have the Cody crybabies and all of us going for Cody.
How are they going to book them though? Like how are they going to make them talk and lean? Like kind of like with CM
Two
Punk's
greats.
kind of leaning a
Two
little
greats,
bit.
two great
prickish.
faces face to face.
I think Randy
Okay.
has it. I mean, they have a history together. First of all, Randy's got the legacy.
Tons
he's
of
going
history,
for. Well, legacy,
sure.
there you go.
Both
I
legacy,
wish
yeah.
he just kept the belt and didn't lose to Drew in the 3 stages of hell. Just
Yeah, at
kept it
that
all the way
point,
through.
why? At that point, why
That's
lose
a good
it?
point.
And maybe there's reasons why they had to do it. We don't know. I don't know everything backstage. I only critique what I see, what they give me on TV.
And we
So-
love
Yep.
Drew
Well,
winning.
that's all
we were
we
all
can
happy
do.
with Drew winning, happy with that payoff, happy to see Drew as champion again.
I
Another
was happy to see
championship
it for sure.
reign
Very happy.
in his
But
legacy.
nothing came of it. Nothing came of it.
And the
He
thing is,
beat
now that
Sami
there's
Zayn. That's it.
now that there's 2 nights of WrestleMania, you
Poor
don't
Sami.
need to rely on. If they're worried about Drew Randy not being a marketable main event, you have Punk and Roman on the
No,
other
they
brand.
need
That's
both
your main event.
nights. Both
I
nights
guess so.
stacked.
But then build up your women's division.
It God forbid they build something. It's just like, oh, we can't
Yeah.
build anything back to Cody. We can't build anything back to Cody. Like everyone's saying, well, Drew and Randy's not interesting. That's the job of the writers
Yeah,
to make it
that's-
interesting. How many weeks do they have till WrestleMania? They got like 4, 5, 6 weeks, whatever. Like just
Yeah.
Two
my
of the
God.
best of all time
I-
going at it.
You
I think
can't
one
make
of
that
the-
interesting.
One of the best, I don't know why they did it, but I think one of the great things they've done recently is they've extended the time between Elimination
Mm.
Chamber and WrestleMania to give
And
more
for
time
what?
for all these
We'll see.
exactly. And for what? You can't even know that Drew Randy wouldn't work because you gave it a week. You didn't even try it for very long. So,
No,
I don't
know.
think this is done.
Yeah, let's get them all back. That nucleus is going to keep going. There's no way Drew is sitting idly by while this happens and not having a Mania match and stuff. Like it's gotta happen.
He's gonna
And,
fight Jacob, I think.
Maybe he'll fight Jake.
Just
but you're,
one on
but
one against
Jason,
Jacob for
your-
nothing.
Your
I
new
hate
Archer
that.
of Boredom is also lurking around. So I always wonder, like,
Yeah.
they had a
He
moment,
took the
him and
title.
Randy.
Me and Wax were talking about that. Aleister
Who is the
Black is the
new-
new Archer of Boredom. And someone
Whoa.
commented, like I was bashing Aleister Black, the character, obviously, on Twitter. And some guy said he's been, oh no, sorry. I think Aleister Black himself said he thinks it's been an extremely successful time at WWE. And like, sure, he's gotten TV time, so that's pretty special.
Maybe he's moving merch. He must be getting some nice
Is he
paychecks.
moving merch? I don't know.
Must
All I
be.
can say is whatever he's doing on screen really sucks and is not interesting. And I don't think anyone finds it that interesting. I don't think people are clamoring for him to be anything.
The issue is his big feud was against the original Archer of Boredom. It's like the two Lucha Americanos.
and he
It's
won,
the
didn't
original
he?
and the new one.
And he won. He freed Damian Priest. Now he's with one of the most entertaining characters there is. That's what.
Yeah.
He needs
So-
that though, because we were just saying how he was the Archer of Boredom, and he's getting rescued a little bit right now, which is great news. We needed that, and this guy too, and maybe Finn is going to be rescued from obscurity. I mean, I want to talk about it right away. Finn Balor and the
Yeah, great.
fall of the
Great.
Judgment Day, or at least a big change for the Judgment Day,
Yeah, it's
as
a
they lose
schism.
a de facto leader, right? I would
Mhm.
say.
I don't know if he was the de facto leader anymore. I think
No,
he was the longest
felt like
reigning
it.
member at that point, but I don't know that he was much. Like, I never got the vibe
It
that
seemed like
he
they
was the
kept saying,
leader.
you know, they go to Finn and like, hey Finn, should we do this, or what do you think? Like, but you're right.
Listen
it
to
did
Finn
seem
and
like
Mm-hmm.
you win.
naturally Dom/Liv
Liv is,
took
yeah.
over and
I
are now
would-
running the show. And JD McDonough, what do you think about JD McDonough?
I was
JD McDonald's,
surprised.
He quit.
'cause I don't.
He turned a little quick. That son of a bitch.
Very
what the hell
quick.
was that? Yeah, they were. I don't know. Not much
Didn't hesitate a
hesitation
lot.
from
Didn't look like it
Mr.,
hurt him, like hurt his soul. It
It
should
should,
have been like,
yeah, it should have been
attacking
more
your-
conflicting. I don't think he's got enough star power on his own for if he's going to turn back to align with Finn later. I don't know that he's significant enough because he's been the butt of the joke.
What happened to Iron Lung? Didn't he turn into Iron Lung or something?
Yeah, but I don't know if you
remember that.
I don't know if you can last very long with just you took
came
a
back
really
and
bad bump.
They just forgot about it. Yeah.
It's true. They didn't run with it though. They didn't actually make
People
it a
have gotten
thing
over
in
for
any way.
less.
That's true. That's a good point. I shouldn't say things like that.
How we're getting over for more. Danhausen, #1 merch mover in the world. Are you enjoying?
Adhausen, he comes out, it's just an ad for himself, or he's gonna start doing Slim Jim ads probably. He's gonna throw out Slim Jims to the audience.
But wouldn't you rather he do it than somebody who is more higher up on the card?
It doesn't bother me if he comes out and does a little quirky segment. It's fine.
Yeah. Do you find the segments entertaining so far?
I think they're okay. I don't have a problem with them. Yeah, I think they're fine.
I think it was very clear that that's exactly why he's here. He's to move merch, have his little backstage segments, maybe get in a match every now and then. But I think what he's doing is working. And look at the 180 that the IWC has done on him just since he debuted at the Elimination Chamber.
Because the debut was bad. It wasn't necessarily a bad setup. They set him up for
instant reactions, right? Instant reactions and people trying to get over. Those are the two things. So they're going to say something extreme, and they're going to have a reaction right away. True. And then it's like, okay, it settles in, and you're like,
what's your reaction right away? It's always the worst reaction, but
because not only is it what's your reaction, but it's like there's a camera in your face. The only way you're going to get noticed is if you scream. So it's like
I noticed, like, because I was watching it with a camera, that I didn't want to scream, but you do feel more. When LA Knight came out, and I was like, whoa, like you actually feel something when it's for some reason, like without even trying to, it's weird.
I liked that you even laughed at the Seth Rollins.
That was a genuine laugh because I did not expect. I was about to say, you know what, and then I was about to say this is pretty good, and then they were like. And I was like, oh, my God.
I'm giving a little bit of grace to anything involving the Vision right now because it's
I like the
clear
idea.
that
It was a poor execution. They shouldn't have scrambled like that. They could have done something more like stoic.
Looked like a video game, the dance of the masked men.
I don't think they need. I don't think they need 12 guys in there just for Austin and Logan.
It's just like he disappears into the mystique of all the masks. But like they stand there all mysterious, and then there's like, it was a weird conflict of.
They should have done the
styles.
lights off and then had all of those guys,
or dim them
at
least.
Cool visual. But you're right. Dim lights would have looked cooler.
And then like running around.
You're like, you can't see me. Like it got attention. Everyone laughed or said something about it. So yeah.
And something that else. You definitely had some things to say about, Jason, was the next segment. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso come down to talk to Mr. Charles Montgomery Punk.
Yeah, I just said that Punk deserves a bigger beating for that. That's all. But I like the segment. I like.
I thought he clocked him with a real fist.
I just like with all the fights that we see though all the time. Like for any reason, it's weird when he gets one little punch and he sits down like.
But I think that's why. It's because it was an accidental shoot punch. And I think that's why they acted so awkwardly. That's what I got out of it. It looked weird because they both kind of like
it wasn't awful. Like overall, it was a good segment. Seg me
off.
And and I'm happy that Punk didn't apologize, or I can call him Punk now. He's no longer Phil. We're getting closer to Punk.
True. That was more Punk. I thought he was gonna do a real
He's acting like a Punk
babyface apology, but he didn't. And I'm pretty sure that got him in the side of the head, and it looked like they stopped, and it looked awkward because I think it was an accidental shoot punch, and then they kind of scrambled out of the ring because it looked like that was something else was supposed to happen there, and Punk didn't react.
But
the way like it didn't look
got
like
a temper, man. He's eating, and the next second he's like crazy mad. Like
Jimmy, really good, smooth on the mic. After Jay is just like screaming in his face, can't even speak.
When they're together, it's like they're just both like operating at peak performance. Not that they're horrible apart, but like that's just
the second
them
it finishes,
at their
it's like run it back.
I wanted them to start eating, after he knocked them out.
Angrily eating.
An angry yeet.
Angry yeet.
Yeah, exactly.
There was some women's matches after that. There was the gauntlet match. Yeah, what'd you think of the gauntlet?
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad of an episode, actually, of Raw. There was stuff going on. I was impressed by Ivy Nile. Obviously, you could see on what I posted. I think she looks incredible, and I mean from like a strong, muscular standpoint. Like I've never seen a build like that. It's insane. And she looked smooth and good in the ring, and she was playing up the heel aspects of it. It looks like she's learning, and I like what I see, and I know everyone's like, well, it's AJ Lee and Bailey. There's a dream match because they liked each other when they were younger or whatever. It's like, I don't care. I don't
They
care.
were both younger.
It's
They liked each other.
it's the IC title.
They liked
To me, it's
When
like,
they were
why
young and they liked each other.
the IC title gets more love and shine and storylines than the main title. So what's the point of making a mid-card title and putting main event stars in it all the time?
Well, I mean, the women's titles actually do, I think, have some story, or at least one of them does. Actually, I'd say both of them do. Right now.
But
Yeah.
but we
There's
got like
story
a
around them.
gauntlet match taken, and I don't know and we have big stars. Why do we have big stars winning the IC title? Bigger stars than who has
There's
the
big
main
stars
title.
in the main title pictures right now too.
Yeah,
It's
I know
stacked.
Liv, but like Bailey and who else? Who has it now? And obviously AJ Lee. I don't know. Like
No, we have AJ Lee on the Intercontinental against Bailey, right? We know that this is two of the best of all time, which is awesome. Great. I know that it's maybe partly because AJ Lee said this is the match when they asked her, you could have any match. Who do you want? She's like, I want Bailey more than anyone that I've never.
No, they're doing it next week. It's not like they're.
oh, it's not at WrestleMania?
No, it's next week.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah. Ivy did look good. I'll give her that. Obviously, the big issue with her has always been that she can't talk
She doesn't
very
need
well.
talk. Limited talking for someone
Maybe
that looks
she
like that
doesn't
and
need to.
wrestles
Maybe
that
you
way.
need to get her
less
a
talking.
mouthpiece.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having managers, and look, it worked out for Kiana James. Maybe not for Julia as much, but
The
Kiana
manager
James
got over.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that manager's good. Let's just focus on the manager.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
And
the
that
women's-
title's
the-
completely buried. The U.S. title.
The
Who
U.S. title is
this
different.
still? It's
It's
not still
Julia.
Chelsea. It is Julia.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
That's the one that you could have brought up, because the main one, obviously, we have Jade holding the title in a
Jade's
blood
getting buried
feud.
too. Like no one,
against
she
Rhea.
doesn't get anything.
She's a blood feud with Rhea right now. It's
Yeah, I
just
know that just started.
bad
though.
promo, but it's just started.
and a horrible promo.
Horrible
Like,
promo.
One of the
tweets-
worst segments ever, all year and in many years. Like it was so bad. I saw some people
because of
saying
the
they liked
letdown
it.
is a part of
It
it.
was
If
rough.
there was no heat, that red hot heat that we had on X, then it wouldn't have mattered so much that the promo was that bad.
It wouldn't have mattered if we had.
It was just such a letdown because we were all eyes
I'm
glued to
still
the screen.
No, but for me, it's still a letdown regardless of what happened on X, because Rhea Ripley is your most over, arguably best wrestler you have. This is unacceptable from your best talent. Like this slow, your body's built for show, and like it's so slow and methodical delivery, and it's just awful, and it sounds like so fake.
Whoever told some of these wrestlers that you have to speak like
Slow.
that
Yeah,
to sound more imposing needs
Sound
to
more
be
natural.
fired.
yeah.
Needs to be fired because
Yeah, it's
Charlotte
so
did it a
true.
lot too.
Yes.
At the beginning, it's like, I am better than you.
So old
It's like,
school.
no one
like,
talks like that.
Like, just look at the best segments
Just-
and how they talk, like Roman
Yeah.
and Punk. I know you don't have to be as good as them, but just be like them. I don't know, like talk like
you
they
don't
talk.
have to be like them, but be like them.
Just try and be like them, or I don't know. Just like look, they're having a conversation. They're talking like normal people and bringing
You
up
have
real
to-
things.
You have to know your character inside and out, and I think that's
Yeah, what's Rhea's
that's it.
character?
It's-
Brad's all about characters. Tell me what she is. What's her character?
Don't ask me. I told you, if I was the acting coach at WWE, I was brought in as some sort of acting
You're
coach.
the
The number
character
one thing I
expert.
do is I sit them down and I go, "Who are you?"
And what do you think she would say?
I'm an Aussie.
I'm mommy.
I think she would probably have a lot to say, but I think she is in this situation right now where she is coming out of the EO tag team, where she's basically playing like herself and like a toned down version of Rhea Ripley.
Mm.
Instead of, it's usually you put a version of yourself into the character and then crank it. I think she kind of went backwards a little bit because they were actually giving this like real life friendship vibe.
Mm.
that didn't, like you said, you wanted more aggression, more stuff like that, where it was completely different. So now we come out of this and we don't know what went on between them for real before they came out, right? We don't know if WWE sat them down and said, listen, it's a bad look or whatever. We don't know the conversations they had. And then they gave them this promo. You're going to go out there and you're going to tell her that your muscles are for looks and your muscles are for working. And that's what we want.
I
on
am
this
going
promo.
to fight. It's like, okay, that's not. Why are you taking like emphasizing the most generic line ever? But like,
I'm going to
so was that a
fight.
written promo? Basically,
It sounds like it was, to me, it was like a pretty written
Yeah.
promo.
So they don't trust Rhea Ripley. Like I don't. Well, she doesn't have any say. She can't like go off the cuff a little bit.
Maybe it's because of what happened. They didn't want them to. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what led to this, but I can tell you that it was not
Possible.
Well, I'm still looking forward to the match. I haven't given up, but we'll see what they have for round 2.
Yeah, the point of that was to say that, like, look, we got story in the main, and Stephanie Vaquer, we know that her promo work is a work in progress as she continues to learn English.
She did
And
promo in Spanish.
Her Spanish promo with the subtitles
It
was really good. I thought it was sick.
It was
Because it was like
pretty
personal
good.
attacks. It was, and I know it's not live, and live will always have a bigger impact, I feel, than these pre-recorded straight-on promos, because they're. But I really thought that was like that's what I want, that direction, and calling her out like that, and like attacking her in that way. I think just makes sense on so many levels, and it gives Liv something to bite back, and making fun of her laugh and stuff. Like, a lot of it worked for me. I thought it was really good, even though it's pre-recorded, and I like that. Let them talk in their own language, let them cook, and put subtitles. I'm fine with it.
The issue is if you do that, you don't have the opportunity to give them flexibility to say what they want. You have to script out the promos in that case. But if that's the medium, then you have to do it.
For someone that, I guess, yeah.
And
it
then
sounds
you
like
work
her
on
English is getting
delivery.
better.
You work on delivery and making it sound natural. That's all.
True. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's making these promos somehow less of a promo somehow. I don't
You
know.
have to make it feel less like, even if they are reading from a script, you can't make it sound like you're reading from a script. It's something I'm able to pay attention to so much, and not even just in wrestling. You can always tell when someone has memorized down to the letter exactly what they're going to say, and it sounds unnatural. It's too clean.
Yep.
And if you mess up, you're done. You totally lose yourself. So you have to just feel it.
That's why a lot of directors will let you go and give you some leeway in writers, but I know they spend a lot of time crafting things to be written so meticulously perfect. They want it set a certain way sometimes, but that's the hardest thing for a director and actor, is to let them just be like, all right, I gave you a lot here. Now just, unless it's Shakespeare, which is to the letter, should be perfect. Other stuff, you should be able to put it in your own words. You are becoming that character. If you are in character, you should have that leeway.
I don't know how they decide who kind of gets like bullet points and who gets word for word written promo. And it might differ day to day, week to week, person to person.
Now, one guy I don't have a lot of opinions on personally, but so I want to hear from you two on how you feeling about Penta lately.
I'm happy that he's getting a little push. I was worried he was going to fall into the LA Knight rabbit hole of just never doing anything with him. I know it's the issue is the way he won the title was because Dom lost. He was cursed by Danhausen, but sometimes that's all you need. His match against, I guess Grande too also got cursed in that same way.
Yeah.
I don't hate.
The curse worked on Grande, right? So now this is a
yeah.
thing, right? The curse is officially a thing. If you get cursed, something bad will happen. So I hope he goes back to The Miz, and The Miz wakes up and they can start teaming up together or something. Because
something needs to happen. But I think Penta's fine. I think with Penta, his presentation is top notch. I think he speaks very passionately in both of his languages. He's a good wrestler. I think just the shine wore off a little bit from him, and he needed something like this to get it back. And I'm not ready to see the Lucha Bros in WWE. I know Ray Phoenix was like, "Oh yeah, the people want it." I haven't heard anybody say I want the Lucha Bros back.
I'm sure Ray wants it.
Ray
Everyone else likes his brother better.
Ray wants it.
Right now, there is no tag division. You don't put them into that obscure mess. I mean, SmackDown, it's starting to. There might be some movement. Johnny Gargano, the Motor City Machine Guns are back.
I'm upset at the tag division because you have all these tag teams. You put them into a gauntlet or a match, and the two guys you throw together win.
They're more interesting than all the tag teams put together.
They don't even have a tag team name.
Make them interesting.
They can't. They got no time. They only got 3 hours.
I guess so. You only got 3 hours times 2 every week, and 2 + 2 is 4. And Damian Priest is literally the Archer of boredom. Everyone calls him that.
Seeing R-Truth, who is the opposite, with the most boring is an interesting dynamic. The most boring and the least
They level
boring.
out to a moderately interesting person.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We complain over and over again.
Sick. That's
we
always
complain
the goal
over and over
at the top
again
level.
about they don't do anything with their tag teams. I know that they haven't been presented to us in an interesting way, but some of the names that are in this tag team division, and you're not doing anything with them, it's a criminal.
Yes,
it's criminal. You're telling me you
up.
can't do anything with the Motor City Machine Guns? Even Fraxium, these guys are like 20 24, 25. You can't do anything with them. New Day is still around. You can't do anything with them. They had this big heel heat.
The tag division is so hot that you take arguably the best tag team in the world and you put them on the shelf. You say, Montez Ford, we don't need you right now. We're going to let you cool off right now because the tag division is on fire. We have no room for you. What?
Yeah, I could. That's
Why
it.
is
I
he
can
sitting at home?
understand. I can understand if a couple of these guys had to sit on the sideline because there was such great storytelling in the tag team division. You just got to wait your turn.
Motor City Machine Guns versus Johnny Gargano and Ciampa is so hot right now that we can't squeeze you in. But we're going to let you rest, and we're still going to pay you, and we're going to bring you back after this feud. No. Ciampa, you're gone. Johnny Gargano, you're lying on the ground face down. You have this moment where you're coming back to life. We can get behind Johnny Gargano again. Squashed. What are they doing?
Too much.
Oh. Tag team wrestling is dead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was the area that people thought would improve because Vince hated tag team wrestling.
You know what?
I think a lot of people thought, oh well, with Hunter it'll be better.
I'm not a big fan of it either, to be honest with you. I
think it's great and necessary, and it happens on the card.
I'm not saying get rid of it.
Storylines and all these
I'm not
things.
saying it hasn't been incredible many times, but in general, I'm not a huge fan of it. But it can be done, obviously.
Where does it? What place does it take up in a show? In your ideal world, Jason,
Like
you can't
how many
say
matches?
nowhere. Like, yeah, like do you want blood feuds? Do you want like tag team turmoil? Like four.
You have to put wrestling on the
I
show.
think-
What do you do with it?
I think
what do you do
tag
with
team
tag team
wrestling should be
wrestling?
booked a little more gimmicky instead of the way you book like individual titles because there's so many people involved. There's not enough time in the show. They never prioritize it. There should be more like battle royals and weird things getting, the stuff they do for singles titles, which they shouldn't do for the tag titles. Like have more battle royals and weird ways that you become just make it so much different.
It should be
than,
fun, interesting, showcasing talent.
yeah,
Young guys
and-
come together.
And you don't even have to have a lot of matches, a lot more personality moments. Because I don't care about these tag teams at all. I don't know them. The Motor City Machine Guns couldn't care less about them. I'll walk by them in the street, don't even know who they are. And I know they have an extensive history and all this crap, but I don't care because I'm an ignorant WWE fan. I don't know. They came back with their little, and they won the titles, and they haven't done anything since. And they're just backstage like selling credit cards and going, like they don't do any. They don't have any opinions. They don't share any. I don't know anything about them.
Wow.
That 6-way tag team turmoil from last year was excellent. Maybe you're onto
one
something.
segment, all the people in
Maybe
there.
Entering the tag team division, it should be a thing that you consciously choose to do. Is like, I'm not a singles competitor for the time being.
That too, yeah.
Damian Priest, R-Truth. We're gonna become a tag team, and that comes with a different type of match.
Mm-hmm.
We have to win this tournament. We have to climb the ladder. You have to do these things to become number one contender, and you fight it. And it should be a continuous role. It shouldn't have to be so random. We need a little bit of structure in the tag division so that when people come in, they can slide in and they can work their way up. And it's okay if you slide down a little bit because you can always go back up. And then
maybe
instead of this imaginary ladder.
Yeah, maybe the tag team division needs like what AEW does with their Continental Classic, like a table. And you run it every,
cool.
you do a season every couple months.
Yeah,
and
before every major pay-per-view.
Final is at the pay-per-view. You have tag team wrestling on every show. Cut some promos in between. I don't know.
I love that.
Seems like a nice
Someone
idea.
else that needs fixing in the WWE is Rusev. Are we done with Rusev? Is Rusev Day over?
When did it start?
Yeah.
Well, he wore the shirt and he came back, and there was a little bit of hype that they're going to be
come
using
back,
him again. And
there's been nothing. Maybe worse than Aleister Black, obviously, since he's come back because he hasn't been put into like Aleister Black had some major feuds and main events on SmackDown, blah blah blah. So yeah, Rusev is he's just a good worker that they can feed to people. I guess it's feed to Oba.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it looks like they're turning him into now. And could he not feel like a Sheamus role or something? Someone who
he
can
could,
come in
but
and get
will
some
they? I don't
wins
think
and
so.
then put someone over instead of just constantly losing.
I like Rusev. I like him a lot. It doesn't feel like like Jason said, it doesn't feel like they really tried anything with him this time around. He had a little thing with Dom.
Yeah.
And lost. I think he had a thing with Sheamus too.
Yeah, but
he
that
beat
was
him.
but nobody
Sheamus
cared.
is what Jeff Hardy was a few years ago.
It's because they made Sheamus and Rusev have this thing where they fought like 8 times, and it's like, who's best out of 10?
No one wants to see it even once necessarily. Why are we seeing 8?
Once is
I
great.
wouldn't mind seeing it once.
Once
because
is
it's history.
maybe. Yeah,
You do it
maybe.
once.
But we're doing 8 times.
But you do it right, and it's just like these guys coming together, they have so much history. They've been in WWE for a long time. You can really build a story there very easily.
Man,
But
nobody's getting stories like that. They're
just like, hey,
getting
you
that.
guys are going to fight because it's cool and you're friends.
The stories
and
are
you're gonna keep
limited.
fighting.
The rations are limited.
The rations are
I don't
very
know.
limited.
Maybe
Scraps.
that's Rusev at this point. It's he's there. He's a good guy you can put into
He's a
any
good
sort
hand.
of good hand. That's what you need. Not everyone's going to have something going on. I guess that's just what you
No,
have to.
some people
what
are
we
just-
have to accept.
They're just there because they need
Some
to
people
fill
are
a
just
role.
there.
Know your role.
I mean, look at Matt Cardona. People are whining every week about him coming back and not
Yeah, people
really
thought he was
doing
going to come
much
back
of
and
anything.
win the
Of course
WWE
he
Championship.
wasn't. No, I'm sorry. No disrespect to him. I think he's great, and I like that he got to come back as Matt Cardona.
And
But
let him cook,
sometimes-
though. Like, they're not going to do it, but let him
Yeah,
cook. Let him
but
have promos.
Sometimes,
Let him...
sometimes you get to come back, collect the WWE paycheck, you travel everywhere. You know,
I'm sure his life is great. He's
place
making
to
good
be.
money. He's got a
Yeah.
steady job.
Get
like,
that
props
medical,
to him.
get some things
sometimes
fixed while
that's
you're...
plenty for Sometimes that's plenty for guys.
But all I critique
sure.
is the show. And
Well,
on
of
the
course, we
show,
have
to
he's a
critique
crappy character.
I thought they were going to do something with him and Kit, but
Yeah.
I guess not.
Kit too
So-
is kind of like just randomly spliced here and there. They're not really
I
capitalizing
think
on
they
the
know what to
Kit
do with
heat.
him. Yeah, it's a shame. It's already kind of fading a bit. His theme
Yeah.
song's over.
Yeah, it's
If
fading.
you don't do anything with it, but you know what they need? Kit and Joe Hendry. Tag team.
Yes, I like that. Danhausen manager?
Danhausen manager,
Just
Rusev
overload
enforcer.
all the garbage
All
together. Just
the-
overload.
Put Aleister Black in there, too.
Yes,
they
Jason,
gonna
build
be
your
like the
ideal
outlet-
stable.
Are they going to be
There
the
you go.
outcasts?
Whoa.
The oddities,
The oddities?
Retribution.
the B
2.0.
squad, Job Squad.
That's Seth Rollins' group.
Retribution.
I couldn't even remember their name. I was trying to call that group of people in masks Retribution 2.0. I couldn't
Oh,
even
no way.
remember Retribution. I'd eliminated it from my head forever.
Name a single wrestler who was in Retribution.
T-Bone.
Nope.
T-Bar.
There you go.
T-Bar.
T-Bone, the monkey.
Crowbar.
Nope. Only one bar.
Pothole.
Plot. Slapjack.
Slapjack.
Slap.
You remember
Meechin.
Slapjack?
The
I don't even
Slim
remember what
Jim.
Meechin's
Slim
name
Jim.
was. And
It's just Meechin.
Meechin was,
Meechin.
I don't know. I have no
Neither.
idea.
She's the only one left. All the other ones were fired.
Couple
Anyway.
things for next week.
But yeah.
Brock Lesnar appears next week. People are rumoring it with Paul Heyman and stuff, I think.
Yes,
Perhaps.
they're trying to come out and have an open challenge for WrestleMania. Just writes
Open
itself.
challenge.
Yeah.
Against Brock?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. And the Intercontinental Championship, AJ Lee versus Bailey, not at WrestleMania, Jason.
Okay.
And the Americanos are going to fight too.
El Grande Americano
Also,
versus El
don't
Grande
give a
Americano.
F about that either.
But
Roman,
people do. People want to see it.
Roman
I don't
Reigns
think
guaranteed
so.
to
I
appear
don't know.
next time.
You don't think people want to see the Americano off?
I don't-
The Americano Bowl?
People want to see it.
I think people want to see it. Maybe you don't.
I think it's the end of Gable in America, which is in America.
Loser leaves America? Is that going to be the
As
match?
El Grande, and I
Gets
hope,
deported.
yeah, he's gonna he's gonna go back to normal.
Step.
Bring him back to normal, I think, is the move. No,
I think so too. He's really good. He's really funny. He's super Kurt Angle-y. Obviously not as good, but
he's got the
that.
thank you.
He's got that
a thing.
charisma. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's funny. He's funny without trying to be funny. He's good.
I kind of want to see Ludwig out of it though too.
Really?
I like him too. Yeah, I want to see him as Ludwig again.
I feel like he's just so
But
over.
I think
like in
he's a better
Mexico.
Americano than Gable is. Maybe that's a
Yeah.
hot take. I think he's better.
I
As
know. I
over
think
on
so
the
too. I
Americano.
don't think that's crazy in my opinion.
I think people just like Gable better than Ludwig. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on SmackDown, we have Jelly Roll appearing this week.
Is he really?
Yay.
I don't know why. I like Jelly Roll, but I don't know why he's appearing. So whatever.
Controversial.
He's controversial because he said he decided not to give an opinion or something.
Yeah.
Oh boy. WrestleMania 42 contract signing for the undisputed WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes
Contract
and Randy
signing?
Orton.
All right,
Contract
something's
signing.
gonna happen there.
I think they're going to fight or someone's going to fight.
Someone's gonna fight. I don't think they will fight.
I think
don't
Drew's
the
gonna
two of
say
them will
hello.
get involved.
He's not gonna just go home.
I'll
I
say
would be-
hello.
I'd be
Back
really
there?
happy, like super happy, if no one gets physical at the. But it gets
And they
interesting
just sign the
verbally.
contract.
They just sign it and go away. No, but something like, happens verbally with tension or whatever you got to do. But
Has that
no
ever happened?
physicality.
Yeah, you're asking
That's what I'm
way
saying.
too much.
I don't know.
That's
if
what I'm saying.
ever
I
happened.
just want to see it happen once.
Maybe.
there's anyone out there who's able to compile the stats of contract signings in WWE
be-
history, can you find one where they
think
just signed the
ChatGPT could do that?
contract? Maybe.
No.
You're gonna
get
get it wrong.
Yeah, tell it it's wrong. It's wrong. It's
You have
wrong.
to say stop lying, and then it looks it up.
All right. You cracked the code.
And there's another banger. Jade Cargill versus Michin.
Michin?
Yes.
I thought she was hurt.
No,
No,
remember
she's back.
she confronted her backstage
yeah,
last
that's
week and
right,
said,
that's
"I
right.
want a match again," and she said, "Sure." Beaten you
Fight
10
her.
times already.
It reminds me of the time that JBL was the world champion, and he put all of the wrestlers on the roster's name in a raffle, and Shannon Moore won. And then they investigated, and all the names in the basket were Shannon Moore. Feels like this.
So good.
That's like the biggest diss you could have, I think, kayfabe wise. Or
You remember Shannon Moore?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I think he's still
Barely.
wrestling.
I think he was part of Three
Really?
Count in WCW, which was like a boy band gimmick.
Yeah,
With
and he was
Shane
really
Helms.
he was friends with Shane Helms, and he's friends with
Yeah.
the Hardys. He
I
was
remember
like
Shannon Moore.
22 when he was on the roster. He was
Yeah.
young.
Crazy.
So anyway, that's what that feels like, because I just remember Teddy Long reading the names Shannon Moore, Shannon, and they
Like,
did the
that's
match
such a-
anyway.
That's a funny thing that I would love to see happen.
Jade should do that with Michin.
the funny gimmicky things work so much better when everyone takes like more stuff seriously, you know? When it's not funny for them, it's funnier for us. When Ross is getting upset at Rachel, he's not like laughing along with it. He is serious. Like it's the worst thing he's ever experienced in his life in that moment, and that's why we find it hilarious.
It's why Danhausen is working right now, because
Yes.
people are taking it like they're not laughing at him. They're in on like everyone. We all
It's
know
in
it's
the world,
ridiculous,
it's
but it's in the
real.
world.
He's
Yeah.
cursing people. It's working. They take it. It has to be. Jason's on the phone.
Yeah. Hello.
Phonehousing. If we had to recast Friends with wrestlers, who would be who?
I don't watch. I haven't watched enough Friends to.
Okay, fine. I'll give you Joey, because
appropriately.
you probably know who Joey is. He's the goofy guy, right?
Yeah.
So
Are we
who would
talking
be Joey?
current or all time?
Current roster has to redo Friends.
Current roster.
Just to
Yeah,
redo.
we'll each do one person and get it over with quick.
I feel like
Drew McIntyre.
No, who's gonna be
Joey?
Joey?
Joey. Drew.
You know who I think
He'd
would
be a good-
actually would
he'd be a
fit
good
well.
Drew.
I
He'd be
think
a good,
I think Kevin Owens could fit as Joey pretty well.
Joey. Okay. All right. Who would be Ross?
see that.
Brad
MJF.
as Ross?
Oh, I didn't take
it has to be
AEW
MJF.
into account.
100%. He'd
Okay.
be amazing.
So Ross is gonna be mean.
And he's Jewish.
He's gonna be
There you
mean.
go.
Chandler. The
Chandler's
Miz.
deal.
Miz would be great Chandler. Yes.
Miz, great Chandler.
Yeah.
And now we have Rachel.
What's her deal?
She's like
What's she all
comes
about?
from a rich family, and she's adjusting to like working for herself.
She wanted to get out of that, didn't want the money.
a
wants to work-
normal
yeah.
life. Yeah.
But she is still like, was it
Charlotte,
or Alexa Bliss?
Alexa Bliss.
More like that cheerleader-y vibe kind of deal. You know, she could,
Cheerleader
because
vibe?
Rachel has a
Alexa
cheerleader
Bliss.
outfit.
Rachel has a cheerleader.
Alexa Bliss cheerleader.
And who is
Liv could do it.
Phoebe could be
Phoebe. Airheady, but funny.
Liv?
Loves like
Oh,
Liv.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea as Phoebe.
Yeah, Chelsea could work as Phoebe.
You know what? Chelsea could be
Monica.
a good Rachel. I think I'm gonna put Chelsea as Rachel.
Okay, that's fine.
Monica, obsessive, compulsive, like clean freak, control freak.
Kiana James.
I don't know. Oh, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, that's an interesting casting. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. We're done.
Done.
Book it.
We'll do a different one next week. Let us know what TV show you want us to recast with WWE superstars. That was Jason's version of Friends. Waxman's never seen it. Get on that, Waxman. What's wrong
Never
with you?
seen an
freak?
episode ever by
What an
accident.
I've
idiot.
probably seen like a one or two.
One of the best shows of all time.
I don't know about that.
Sitcoms,
I think one of the most popular shows of all time. We can say that for
which
sure.
makes it one of the
Like,
best.
certainly one that people have watched.
Certainly one of the best of all time.
I've seen a lot of episodes without
Undebatable.
ever trying to watch a lot of episodes, which is weird.
Yeah, I
Watch-
think I
when
watched a
there
lot
is-
of them
they do,
against
like,
my will.
There is
Yeah.
like chronological story and things that happen and
No, there
change
is,
over
for
time.
sure,
So
yeah.
watching
I'm sure
it,
there is. I'm
Yeah.
sure
You know what
there
it makes
is.
sense?
I'm sure
It's an
there's
easy
are they-
watch.
and they're friends.
They are friends.
Apparently.
And it's
yes.
relatable because it's stuff that you went through when you were their age and friends and all that stuff.
The one episode I watched of Friends is they were yelling at each other, "I'm your friend, and I'm your friend." I'm
That's
like,
what they do
I guess they're
every
friends.
week.
What is that, AI? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Is that a
There's
real episode?
Look it up. There's a moment in one of the episodes where one of the two of the
Friends?
characters say they're friends.
I also base my viewing experiences on watching one random clip from a random episode. Nope. Not for me.
I like it when they say the name of the show on the show.
Rick and Morty.
The Simpsons.
We are the Simpsons.
All right, see you next freaking week, everybody, at the Four Jobbers everywhere. Bye. Thanks for showing up, Jordan.
Not.
Idiot.